Cebuano or the Sugbuanon. Cebuano people are the largest subgroup of the larger Ito-linguistic group in Visayas. Cebuano originated in the province of Cebu in the region of Central Visayas, but then later spread out to the other places in the Philippines such as Siquijor, Bohol, Negros Oriental, southwestern Leyte, western Samar, Masbate, and the large part of Mindanao. Early Cebuanos were animists or worshipper of anitos or the spirits, living in the nature belief which later forbidden when Catholicism was introduced on the island. Most of the Cebuano is now Roman Catholic. They are devoted to the Señor Santo Niño. Cebuano also celebrate one of the famous festival in the country, which is the Sinulog. It is a mixture of Christian and native cultural elements celebrated annually every third year of July. Hispanic influence are also evident in Cebuano cuisine, costumes, festivities, music, dance, arts, and craft. Traditionally, Cebuano culture, costumes, and traditional belief can be characterized as a mixture of Malay traditions, Asian culture, Spanish, including the American culture. One of the iconic Cebu dishes or Cebu is known for their Cebu lechon, puso, dinuguan, tuslubua, and pungko-pungko. The Cebuanos observe certain customs and tradition about birth, baptism, courtship, marriage, death, and burial. So here are the some traditional belief of the Cebuanos about the birth. So, Pomelo lives inside or under the house if there was infant inside the house. Burn dried leaves and roots during labor. Then, after giving birth, the placenta is buried on the seashore to ensure the babies are in good health. Next is it is a sign of good luck when the mother's first baby happens to be a boy. Then the first cut of the baby's hair is inserted in the prayer book. So next is about the baptism. So it is a customs among the Cebuanos to baptize child a few days after in a week of and parents should select a godparents. So then about the courtship. So when a man falls in love to a girl, the first that the man does is to visit the girl at her home. Then next, women are quite shy and it will take the man a long time before a girl will answer its proposal. So, during engagement, the man's parents request an important person in the community like barangay chairman to ask the girl's hand for marriage. Then next, an important requirement which the parent of the girl can ask for the living dowry consisting of a certain amount of money of some value or some valuable price of jewelries. Cebuano's tradition about death. So when they're sweeping on the floor is not allowed when someone dies because it might cause the death of the other family member. And here are some superstitious beliefs of the Cebuanos. So during in planting season, Cebuano believe that the crops planted during low tide bear more fruit. So farmers observe the movement of the tide before planting. So next is during courtship when star is closed or there are so many stars, so it is believed that it is a proper time to court a lady. So because the man's proposal will be readily to be accepted. Next is when someone is ill inside the house, Cebuano believe that this member of the family has been punished by the fairies. So that the family will call an albularyo to perform a ritual. Then sometimes family will offer a white chicken or a pig to cure the illness.
Buholano. The Buholano people, also called Bulanon, refers to the people who live in the island province of Bohol. They are part of a wider Bisaya ethno-linguistic group. Buholano is a dialect of Cebuano that is spoken in the island of Bohol, which is Visayan speech variety. History of Bohol. The prehistoric of Boholanos had already a system of writing, which is the material that they use is leaves and bamboo barks. Buholano people are said to be descendants of the last group of inhabitants of the country called Pintados, meaning the tattooed ones. Kasi pagdating ng mga Spanish sa lugar nila, ang mga sinaunang tao noon is may mga tato or matatuna. lalo na sa mga kalalakihan, kaya sila tinawag ng mga Spaniards na pintados. But before the Spaniards came, the Buholanos had already a culture. The Buholanos are known to be thrifty, law-abiding, hospitable, religious, and humble. The Buholano are sometimes looked down by non-Buholanos in exaggerating the use of J in speaking in the local dialect in their own intonation and accent.
The Aklanon. So Aklanon refers to the people of Aklan province as their language and culture. The Aklanon pronounce the name of their province as Akin, a place that boils and bubbles, referring to the river that appears to boil or bubble in the summer. Aklan lies in the northeast part of Panay Island, which has three provinces: Capiz, Iloilo, and Antique. The Aklanon language, called Akianon or Inakyanon, substitute the phonetic sound E for I, pronounced with a ruling R sound. Aklanon also have their traditional food, or the food that they associated. The two main dishes are the inubaran and binakol. The early Aklanon believe in many gods, such as Bululukaw, that live in the island's sacred mountain called Madas. So Laon, a chief goddess, was believed to reside in the mountain of the nearby island of Negros Occidental. She was called Laon after whom Mount Canlaon name. There were mediators to the gods, also said to be the first priests. Bangut Banwa, who prayed for good harvest in an orderly universe. Magindalon, who interceded for sick persons and prayed for the punishment of enemies. Suliran and Sulyan, who performed marriage ceremonies. Manunubo was the good spirit of the sea. Some Aklanon still believe in Babaylan nowadays, in spite of the Christianity that happened on their tribes. So, Aklan also have their traditional dance called Inagog that was performed during the festival and gatherings. One of the festival of the Aklan was happened on the April 25 Aklan Day celebration. One of the most famous festival that happened in our country, which is the Ati-Atihan. So some practices of the people of Aklanon, they celebrate the feast of the Santo Niño every third Sunday of January. People used to join procession of the carrozas during Holy Week, search for the mutya ng Aklan for a Ati-Atihan celebration as a pre-celebration for the Ati-Atihan festival. So people commemorate the heroism of the 19 martyrs of Aklan who consecrated their lives in the cause of freedom of the against the colonizers. So people used to go to church at dawn, or this was called as the Simbang Gabi, which is happened in many churches, religion like Catholic, during the Christmas season. So Aklanon also believe in Encanto, where the place of the supernatural being called Mariit, such as cliffs, bamboo groves, boulders, and earth mounds. So, one of these supernatural being is the Palhe, or it may refer either to evil spirits or their dwelling place. So, Aswang, a flesh-eating ghost, which is very known till now. Not just Aklanon believe in Aswang, but also some tribes. So, also, Tik-Tik, the bird that eats human liver. Bagat, usually form of a huge dog or cat-esque creature. Sigbin, also a dog preys on people at noontime. So, Bawa, looks like a big hen, but it can easily stop its victim's neck. Amanhig, or is a zombie-like creature. Kama-Kama are lazy and fun-loving dwarfs living in the earth mounds. Tamawo are either friendly or evil spirits live under resplendent places that look like boulders to the human eye. Yanggao, through peculiar act of courtship, they entice human who attract them. Hiwit or barang is a ritual that gives one the power to inflict pain on the enemy.
Hiligaynon, they are often referred to as Ilonggo, a subgroup of people whose primary language is the Hiligaynon language. Hiligaynon people, also known as Ilonggo or Panayans.
Intermigration and intramigration have contributed to the immigrants to various parts of the Philippines over the years. The Hiligaynon now constitute the majority to the provinces of Iloilo, Negros Occidental, Guimaras, Capiz, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, and also North Cotabato. Hiligaynon culture is part of the wider Visayan ethnic group, who constitute one of the largest Filipino ethnic groups. Hiligaynon share common Filipino behavioral values like hiya. In Hiligaynon language, hiya is intruding on norms. For example, insulting in a form of media will result in gaba. Gaba means karma or supernatural punishment. Those who humiliate others will be humiliated in return according to their all-in principle.
Waray o Winaray. The origin of Waray is from the eastern Visayas region of the Philippines. Waray o Winaray, their language is Lineta Samarnon. The main livelihood of Waray is farming and fishing. They are also doing sculptures. The traditional dance of Waray example is the Kuretsa dance or Kuretsa de Mayor. Is a very popular dance of the Waray at many or any social gatherings, especially in weddings. The Waray are often stereotyped as a brave warriors, as popularized in the tagline, "Basta ang Waray, hindi uurong sa away." Waray never back down from a fight. Waray is also known as a contented peoples. Waray's stereotypes include being musical, happy-go-lucky, laid-back, heavy drinkers, and swift to pick fights. Subanon or Subanem. These peoples are known as the aborigines of the island of Mindanao. Subanon derived from the word suba or suba, a word common in Sulu, Visayas, and Mindanao, which means rivers, or a person or peoples of the river. There are many traditions of Subanon, and it is classified into rituals, religion, religious, imitative festival, and courtship dance. Example of a ritual dance, Daga sa Langsang. The community gathers and places nipa leaves in a circle toward of a bad spirits. Another example of traditional dance is the Sat dance and ballet dance. Sat dance is for male or men, and ballet dance is for female or woman. There are 5 subgroups of Subanon, which are Misamis, Lapuyan, Sindangan, Tuboy, and Salog. Maranao means peoples of the lake, native to the island of Mindanao. The main livelihood of Maranao is rice farming, along with metalworking and woodworking handicrafts. Maranao tradition, they believe in the hidden powers of the anting-anting or amulets. This item which they wear on their neck, arms, or legs, they believe that this anting-anting bring them good luck. Maranao preserved the beliefs and practices of Islam, which include the 5 pillars of Islam. First, the creed of belief, which is Shahada. Second, daily prayers, which is Salah, done in noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and after dark. Third, giving to the poor or who in needs, which is Zakat. Fourth, fasting during Ramadan, which is Saum. And lastly, pilgrimage to Mecca or Makkah, which is Hajj.
Bagobos tribe. The Bagobos tribe are an indigenous people who live in the southern Philippines in the provinces of Davao del Sur and Davao Oriental. The Bagobos are also known as the Klata or the Lubos. The Bagobos are known for their traditional warrior culture as well as their unique form of social organization, which is based on a system of the clans. The livelihood of Bagobos. They are known for their hunting and gathering skills as well as their ability to live off the land. The Bagobos are also known for their use of poison arrows and blowguns. Bagobos' source of food are agricultural crops and plants such as rice, corn, crops, fruits and vegetables, and they also do fishing near the river. Traditions and cultures of Bagobos tribe. The Bagobo people have a rich oral tradition and are known for their epic poetry and stories. The Bagobos people have strong belief in the supernatural and have numerous rituals and ceremonies associated with their animist religion or animal religion. The Bagobo people are known for their skill in basketry, weaving, and wood carving. The Bagobos people are also known for their traditional music and dance, which often includes the use of gongs and drums for the purpose of their gods and for their entertainment. The Bagobos have a rich culture heritage. Their culture is based on their nomadic way of life, and their traditions are passed down from generation to generation. The Manobo tribe. The Manobo tribe is one of the 110 groups of indigenous people in the Philippines located within the province of Bukidnon. The Manobo tribe regarded the forest as their Itsesengiliha, meaning the whole area or the whole forest is their sacred domain where pure and spiritual people reside. The sacred forest, it is the place of spiritual and economic.
Kamayo. Kinamayo or alternatively spelled as Kamayo, also called Kadi, Kinadi, or Mandaya. Traditions. Kalumunan Festival. Kalumunan Festival has been celebrated to reminisce and keep alive the spirit of close kinship of Kamayos or Kamayo. Their beliefs and practices of Kamayo is primarily practiced Roman Catholicism. Kamayo are related linguistically to Tausug and Butuanon and belong to the Meso and Central Philippine family of languages. Mamanwa, origin northern Mindanao in the Philippines. Mamanwa or Mamanwa, also known as nomadic in nature. Mamanwa language is a Central Philippine language. They believe in the collection of spirits, which are governed by the supreme deity Magbabaya. The political system of the Mamanwa is informally democratic and age-structured. The Mamanwa eat wild fruit, nuts, honey, and python meat. The Mamanwa makes baskets and hammock. They use rattan and bamboo as their materials in handicraft making.